Tyler here with the Outdoorsman's of. First off, I have to apologize for not posting any content on the pages lately. We've had a lot of life changes go on. For instance, I live in Tennessee now, not South Dakota, so we're trying to work through how we're going to keep the page rolling. I'm going to try to get out and hunt this season. I know Eric, he's going to Minnesota next week, so he's going to film up there. And then he has stacked tags for South Dakota. I hit my cow tag this year for elk in South Dakota. It just didn't line up with the move. So, yeah, but we're here now. We're making it work. We brought a new member onto the team, and stay tuned for that release. Be sure to check out Instagram on that. He's from West Virginia, huge into hunting. He's shot some big deer. Super down to earth guy, fellow veteran, so we're excited to have him on. But without further ado, today's video, I got something special for y'all. So we got our hands on a modular chassis by Outlier. If you aren't familiar with Outlier, it's by the same company that, or same owner rather, that created Arken Optics, which we run on our rifles. So we're going to be putting the chassis together today. I'm going to do a little unboxing, and then what we're going to put it on is this bad boy, a Tikka T3X. So I'll be honest, I already opened up the stuff, so it's not going to be a true unboxing, but it's going to be an unboxing because everything's in the box. I just already opened it. So with further ado, all right, let's unbox. So this is the packaging. First impression, when it came out of the package, when you pull out of the box, you can see they have this bad boy packaged real nice. It was wrapped up in this plastic and wrapped in a thick, I don't know, bubble wrap type thing. So that's that. And then it also comes with some Allen wrenches and this little tube of CO1 CLP Plus. I looked it up. It's actually a paste that was created by a seal, hence the name CO1. But yeah, so I'm going to try that out on this action once I get it put together and operating. So now, like I said, it comes wrapped tight. So this is the action itself. Like I said, I'm putting it on a Tikka T3X. First impression is it is durable. This thing is solid. It's a nice metal material. It's not too heavy. Yeah, it looks like it takes the... Yeah. Let me show you this bad boy on there. So that's the first box for the action. Okay, so now we got our second box. I'm going to open this up. Same as the first, I already opened this up already because it was like Christmas and before Christmas when I saw this stuff come in the mail. If you're anything like us and you get new gear, equipment, whatever, you just want to open it up right away. So I apologize if you're offended that this isn't a true unboxing. So it comes packaged nice with some paper. Throw that over there. All right, so as you can see, I kind of touched on it with the chassis unboxing part, but this stuff comes wrapped super well, so that's good for shipping and make sure everything's protected, not like it's fragile, because if it's anything how it feels, it's super durable. So I got my Arca rail right here. I went with the 9-inch. You do get options, so when you do go to Outlier, you get to kind of build all your specifications for the chassis system that you want. So I went with the 9-inch Arca rail. So there's that. And then in this little guy, I got the wedge bag rider. You can see right there. I'll show you later on in the video, but this is just so when you're shooting off of a bag, it sits right on that bag and makes it more stable for your shooting. And then finally, we got the stock. So this is, honestly, I'm very impressed with this stock. It has a lot of adjustability. If you can see right here, it has these nice little knobs so you can adjust your cheek weld, bring it up, bring it down, however you like. Yeah, the padding on the edge of the stock is very comfy. I'm actually quite impressed with that. That'll be nice to shoot off of, especially suppressed. And then same as the action, everything's put together super well. It feels very stout. So yeah, initially out of the box, I'm, like I said, rather impressed with this stuff. Uh, I'm gonna get it put together here. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't allow you to build a gun or a firearm on a video. So I'm gonna stop this and then I'm gonna put this together, put the action on the chassis system, get everything locked and loaded, and then I'll be back with the rifle, and then I'll talk about how things are put together, and we'll kind of go through, and yeah, go from there. Stay tuned. All right, guys. So as you can see right now, I got the rifle put together. I apologize. I didn't have everything I needed for this, so I had to wait till today. That's why I'm in a different spot, different outfit and whatnot. Didn't want you guys to think I was swapperooing outfits for you guys real quick. But yeah, so got everything put together, all nice like. You can see it flows together real well. Disassembly of the action was super simple, and then putting it on the Outlier chassis and installing the Arca rail and the buttstock, everything went together really well. Alright, so I want to go over first some tools that were needed for this. So it did come with the Allen keys, which worked, but I ended up using my ratcheting screwdriver set. It has Allen heads in here, which made things a whole lot easier to do, especially in the hard to reach areas like inside the pistol grip here. That bolts way down there. You can get in there with that Allen key, but I just found the ratcheting screwdriver a lot easy. But yeah, that's pretty much the only tools I needed. And then for attaching the buttstock to the action itself, you need a buffer tube wrench. So I actually went and picked one up today. I went with the NC Star one. You can see right there. It has a bunch of different things you can do. It's a multi-tool essentially. So you have the barrel wrench, the spanner part. It has a tactical bottle opener. It has a 1/2 inch 3/8 drive, a buffer tube bushing or barrel bushing wrench for 1911, muzzle device buffer tube for 5/8, the 3/4 inch muzzle device, the M4 tube castle nut, and the 1/4 inch bit socket. It has a lower receiver pushpin tool and the A2 stock tool. And this is the AR-15 Armorer's wrench Gen 2. So for this particular thing, as you can see, the castle nut right there, you just attach it and then get it lined up, and then you just tighten it like you would a normal wrench. So that really came in handy. If you don't have one, you're gonna struggle. I tried doing it last night and I struggled. I couldn't get it lined up perfect, so go get yourself one. I paid $30 for this one at the local gun store. But yeah, use this to get that buttstock on there, and then get yourself a ratcheting bit, or if you have Allen keys, use the Allen keys that came with it. But otherwise, install went really smooth. I'm excited to get optics on it. But overall, I'm impressed. I was kind of playing with it. I got a good length of pull. Adjustability is amazing. I kind of touched on that last night with my cheek weld. You can see I got it set up for me. So one thing I really love about this platform is on the Arca rail, it has the M-lock system. So I ended up, while I was at the gun shop, I picked up a M-lock bipod made by Magpul. Super easy to install, and it just, if you have it, I always shoot off bipods, but these Magpul ones, I have it on my 7 PRC, and they're super adjustable. You have good range of motion. You can swivel, turn it, do whatever you need to do. If you go back on the YouTube channel, you can see how mine performed on the 7 PRC when I shot that antelope a few years ago. I dropped down and prone in the prairie and ended up shooting it with that. So I recommend a bipod, but I know Eric on his, he has a adapter on his bipod that has a mount that he can put on a tripod. So there's all sorts of different fancy things out there. However your style is, you can go ahead and update it or rather outfit it for that. Alright, one thing I did want to let you guys know, when you do get this chassis system, not every magazine is going to fit in it. I actually went and bought the Magpul AICS. It's compatible with short action AICS spec bottom metal, so I thought it would fit with this, and I'll show you. As you can see, it will receive, but it won't lock. So don't buy a Magpul one. I have to take this one back to the gun shop and get that swapped out or get a refund for it. Yeah, it's just the Magpul PMag 10 7.62 AC magazine. You can see it right there. So it is not compatible with this chassis system. So what I did do is I have an MDT field chassis, and I had to buy an AICS magazine for it. So I have an MDT AICS mag, and this one lines up and locks in perfect. So I'm probably gonna get one. This is 10 round mag. On Outlier's website, they do have a 5 round magazine for their chassis. Hopefully they come out with a 10, but if you need one, just make sure that you do your research. And like I said, this MDT one fits perfect in there for me. I'm sure that I don't have an Outlier one, but I'm sure that the 5 round fits in perfect since they made it for this chassis system. Another thing I wanted to touch on is pistol grip. So I actually pulled this pistol grip off of my AR. So you can see right there. It's nice and square. When I was at the gun shop, I ended up buying one that I went with the B5 Systems Type 23. And as you can see, it has this curve right here. And in my hand it felt really comfy. But with this not being square on the chassis, it doesn't fit right. So make sure when you buy a pistol grip for this chassis system that it is square. That way it'll fit and you won't have any issues with it not lining up like I did. But that's no big deal. I'm gonna end up putting this one on my AR. But yeah, just a standard pistol grip. Just make sure, like I said, it's square like that, and it'll line up just fine. It does come with a bolt with the lock washer on there when you get the chassis system, but I just used it. And then if you buy your own pistol grip, they'll come with their own bolt as well. All in all, I have to say I am super impressed with this chassis system. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it. I know Eric has one and his felt really good, so I wanted to get my hands on one of my own. So I'm very happy that I did. It's honestly not too heavy. I feel like I could take this through the backcountry, pack it. I know Eric, I'll get him to do a video on his, but he actually has a collapsible stock on his, so his folds up nice and compact. Yeah, like I said, the adjustability on this is really, really great. I am waiting, it's back ordered right now, but Outlier has the backdraft barrel, which is compatible with their backdraft suppressor. I don't have it in hand yet, that's why it's not on here, so you can see I just have the standard Tikka barrel, but once I get that barrel and get it installed and hopefully get the backdraft suppressor, I'll be able to kind of expand and do a side video on it. But yeah, like I said, overall everything on this is amazing. The quality is super durable, not too heavy. Everything feels super ergonomic and comfy. You have plenty of adjustability. Even if you want to adjust your length of pull, you can take these 4 set screws right here and you can pull this out and then tighten it however you want. You can adjust your cheek weld up and down. But yeah, if I were to recommend a chassis system, I'd have to recommend the Outlier. Everything's super comfy. The action dropped right in. Like I said, this is a Tikka T3X action. Dropped right in, plug and play, so they say. Everything's super smooth. So yeah, my next steps are obviously getting that barrel, getting that installed, and then I really want to shoot this thing because it feels amazing. And I just love how I have it set up for me. So I'm going to go, once I get paid and the government opens back up, I'm going to get some optics for it. I'm going to hit up Arken because the owner of Arken is the owner of Outlier. and I have Arken Optics on my 7 PRC. I have the EPL4 and love it. I've shot 1,000 yards, 10-inch steel, like just knock dead center every time. So quality optics at a very affordable price. So I recommend you checking out Arken Optics. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I want to get their new optics for that, and you can buy the package deal. They have their own mounting rings and everything else. So super quality stuff from coming out of that factory out there. But as always, I appreciate you watching and staying tuned for the video. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I check the page at least twice a week, if not more, so I always get back to people when they comment. I love feedback. That's how we get better, and that's how we can make content that suits you guys better. I want to give a big thanks to Outlier for giving us the opportunity to review this and get our hands on the Outlier Modular chassis system. Yeah, go to their website, put it in order, and say that Outdoorsman's Oath sent you. Tell us what you think in the comments of the video, what you want to see from us, and stay tuned for more content coming on this once I get the scope in the barrel and everything else that we have coming. We have some big hunts coming up. I know Dylan, he had a kid, so congrats to him. He might be out this season. It's kind of looking tough for him, but Eric will be out there up in Minnesota, and he has some stack tags for the Black Hills out in South Dakota, and I'm going to try to get out hunting here. I'm working with a few people to try to get some hog hunts done, so hopefully I'll be able to drop some pigs with this. But yeah, like I said, thank you again for watching, and like, subscribe, share, do everything that you guys do. You guys are great, and thanks for being supporters.